Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. Different time slot today due to having to do a class this afternoon, so I had to postpone my live video. I do normally come on at 2 p.m. every Tuesday afternoon, so I do apologise that I'm on at a different time, but I hope you can all catch me. I'm just sussing out a few different times and seeing what suits people. Hey Kathy, thanks for jumping on and joining. So I'm going to do a bit of live crafting today. And before we start, hey Wendy, hey Matthew, thanks for joining. So before we start, I'm going to show you some of my card swaps that I have received, which has been absolutely awesome. Hey Karen, thanks for joining. You're watching on 2 devices today. This time suits you very good. Yes, I'm going to try and do maybe a later time slot in the night time for people. And hey Doreen, thanks for joining. And hey Rita, how you going? And maybe a daytime slot for other people. So first of all, I want to show you some of my card swaps. So I have a group on Facebook that is called Australian Card Making and Scrapbooking Ideas and Supplies Group. And in that group, I'm doing a monthly card swap. So how the card swap works is you shared, thank you for sharing, Karen. Oh, you're listening to your mothers. No worries, Matthew. All right, so how the card swap works is you say, I create the event, you say that you want to go to the event, and then you say how many cards you actually want to swap, so how many swaps you want to receive. So in other words, if you want to receive 2 swaps, you put down in the comments 2, and make sure that I've got your address in our files tab in the address. In the file. But and so what happens is I open it up for 10 days, I work out how many people want to do swaps, and you're cooking tea, Deborah. No worries. Work out how many people want to do the swaps, and we go ahead and I work out partners and we do the swaps. So this one was a Christmas card swap. So I just want to show you some of my Christmas cards that I have received in the swap. Now I'm just thinking, is that back to front? Yes, it is back to front. So I'm thinking I can do, I'm getting used to my new iPhone, people, so please bear with me. Okay, so is that the writing the right way? Let's see. So, and you go to the camera that way. Okay, so I'm just, working out whether I've got the camera the right way. So, and it's really hard because it's different. Hey, it's the right way. Now it's the right way or the wrong way. This was from Belinda Seaton, and Belinda lives just near me at Lennox Head. Hey Marilyn, how you going? And this is a gorgeous stamp set, the Lovely as a Tree stamp set. Actually, is it the Lovely as a Tree? No. It is, oh, I tell a lie, it's the Timeless Tidings tree out of the Timeless Tidings kit. So I'm just going to try and get rid of that. Okay, so I can see your comments. Hey Annette, how you going? Thanks for joining. Okay, so that one was from Belinda Seaton. This one I have shown before, but I will show again. This one is from Bronwyn Farkham. And Bronwyn and I sat with each other at Onstage, last Onstage in Sydney. So I got to meet Bronwyn and we have become quite good friends. Okay, sorry, I've just got to try and show someone where I am. Business page. Someone's trying to find me live here. I need to share into my group so she can find me. That's what I'll do. I'll just share so she can find me. Hey Angie, how you going? Angie, can you please share into the card swap group for me? If you can, thank you. And I'll just share into my Australian card making group. Come on, computer work. Bronwyn, as I said, I'll keep going with the card swap. So this was a beautiful card, and that's using the Merry Christmas to All bundle. And it's got beautiful framelits that go with the stamp set, which is absolutely awesome. And the framelits are massive. Sorry, the shine is a bit hard on that. But the framelits are huge. So they're great for the sentiments on the front of things. Okay, so the next one, this one was from Leanne Francis, and Leanne is one of the people in my one of my in color groups, and this was a really, really cute Christmas present. And she was she's left me a little note. I'm just going to open up the note so I can see. Everyone has been awesome. Everyone, what I decided to do was everyone that participated in the swap, I decided that I would send them a card swap as well. And Leanne said, I hope this is okay. I'm only new and don't have a lot of supplies yet. I think it's a beautiful card. Absolutely gorgeous. That was from Leanne Francis, and I've got a few more here yet to come, so keep watching. Okay, I've been so blessed. I've been getting quite a few, which has been absolutely awesome. And I just remembered, Crystal, yours is out in the lounge room and I haven't got it as well. This one here was from Angie. No, sorry, from Chrissy Forbes. Sorry, I'm getting this is from one of my team members, Chrissy Forbes. So thank you, Chrissy. Absolutely gorgeous, using the Lovely as a Tree stamp set. And doing some beautiful sponging around in the oval shape. Absolutely gorgeous. So very talented, Chrissy. So thank you very much. This one here is from Gwen Crawford. She's done the lovely eclipse technique with that beautiful poinsettia flower and done some gorgeous colouring with our blends. So it's an absolutely beautiful card. Sorry, I'm trying to get my comments here happening. Oh, I've missed all of the people's comments. So absolutely gorgeous card once again. This one here was from Mandy Trainer, and this is simply gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I'm going to have to try and pop it up here and prop it up so I can show you how it works. Absolutely awesome to sit on a desk. It's got sticky notes. Sorry, the camera angle. Sticky notes. So to sit on a desk with a lovely pen, but absolutely gorgeous. And the beautiful little snowflake trinket. Absolutely stunning card. Hey, Michelle, how you going? Yes, honestly, I've got some beautiful cards from some very talented people. So I've really, really thoroughly been enjoying. Now, this one is from Deirdre Hibbard. And Deirdre is, she didn't actually want to participate in the swap because she didn't think she was only new to card making. Look at this stunning Christmas card. How awesome is that? So, yes, it was an easel card, Matthew, yes. This is the Star of Light bundle, and this is simply my favourite. It was my favourite when it came out in our holiday catalogue. It made it into our annual catalogue, and it has been an awesome stamp set from the word go. So she's done some really nice shading in the background. Absolutely gorgeous. So Deirdre, never ever panic that you weren't up to it, because you were definitely up to it. So I've been very blessed to get all of those cards. So let's get into some more crafting and things. I'm going to get that computer out of the way because I don't think I need that. I'm going to hopefully get it up here on this one so I can see everyone's comments if I can find it. Sorry, bear with me, technology's not agreeing with me tonight. So have you all been crafting? You love that set too? Yeah, it's pretty awesome, that Star of Light bundle. There I am. Okay, so hopefully I can get that to work. Come on. Work. Okay, so if you haven't checked out, I have just updated all of my classes for October. Now, the classes in October, I need to say, you won't be here long, you'll watch later. No worries, Jan. Nice to see you jumping on and joining. Okay, so all of my classes that I offer are classes that I do in my home studio. But if you don't live in the area near me that you can attend in person, you can attend my classes in what we call my virtual classroom. So you can attend by a live video. So don't ever think when I post my classes that, oh, that's a shame, I can't do that class because I don't live there. My classes, anyone can attend my classes either live or in person. Now, all of my classes are product-based classes, so you end up getting product for the payment of the class. Now, the only difference is if you want to attend as a live attendee, all items have to be purchased before 10 days before my class takes place, and it will get sent to you. So if you want me to do the hard work and send it out to you, it will cost you $8.50 extra postage. If you want to order the products through my online store that I'm using in the class, then I will give you the live video for free. So totally up to you if you wanted to attend the classes. You would love to. You need a job first, Matthew. Yes, we all need money, don't we? Can't get real far without that. Okay, so I'm doing a product of the week. My product of the week today is the First Frost bundle. Now, the First Frost bundle is a simply gorgeous bundle, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that I've done with the First Frost bundle, and I'm also going to show you what I did in a scrapbook class today, because I've used this bundle in a 2-page scrapbook layout as well. So I just wanted to show you what I've done in my layout today. I also did a card class today using the First Frost bundle, and I wanted to recreate those cards for you tonight so you can see what we did in our class. And that gives you a bit of an idea of what we do in my card classes in my studio. Yes, Megan, yes, I will send out kits of what you need to do the class. The only thing I can't send out is scrapbooking kits because of the 12x12 paper. But you can order the 12x12 paper, and I can send you the video, and I can send you bits and pieces, embellishments and things that go with your scrapbooking class. But yes, I will send the kits out free of charge. All you need to do is purchase the items that I'm using in the class through my online store in time to actually get the class. So no problem whatsoever. And what I will do is join you into a private Facebook group and send you the video, or if not, I will record a video and upload it and send you the video link. So anyone can attend my classes, no matter where you live in Australia, as long as you live in Australia. I cannot send classes and kits to anywhere outside of Australia. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, First Frost is my bundle for the week. So I'm actually going to show you, as I said, the scrapbook layout. So just bear with me. I'm going to flip the camera. So hopefully I'm going to get this right. I'm going to flip the camera. Okay. I'm going to, oops-a-daisy. Sorry about that, people. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. And I just want to pop that there so I can see, okay, the writing's back to front, so I've got to flip that way. Okay, now we're in action. Okay, sorry, my phone's heavier than my old phone, so it's a little bit hard to get everything right. So I'm just going to wait for that to show through. I'm just looking, it's got a delay, and I'm just looking at how my camera just fell, but anyway. So no worries, Debbie. Yeah, all good. Okay, so First Frost is the bundle. This is my 2-page layout that we did in, and I'm hoping that will fit all in the screen, that we did in our scrapbook class today. Now, as you can see, I've used the beautiful smoky slate as my base, and I've also used a combination of colours. Now, the grey granite is one of the colours that goes with the First Frost bundle, and I've also used Blackberry Bliss. I've used our Petal Pink as my mats, and I've also used the Blackberry Bliss and the Petal Pink for my flowers. But this is a simple layout. It's just one designer strip of designer series paper down through the middle. These two pieces have been, the Blackberry Bliss pieces have been butted up against that designer series paper, and then our Tranquil Tide ribbon has gone over to cover up the joins. And it's hard to hear you. Maybe you need to turn your volume up and maybe refresh and come out and come back in. But yeah, it should be okay. I talk fairly loud, so I can't see. I'm hoping, maybe, do I have volume on here? No. Yes, volume. We'll try that volume up and see if that's any better. Is that any better for people that's saying that they can't hear me? You love it? Crystal, I've got your card swap, but I didn't bring it into my room with me, so I'll show it in my next video. Yes, this is the scrapbooking class that I did. And so, as I said, designer series paper, 2 bits, and I've used this beautiful edging framelit. Now, this is a framelit that's in our annual catalogue, and I'm sure people have actually overlooked it and not realised that it's in our catalogue. And it's got a set of 3 edgelet framelets, and it's simply gorgeous. It's such a delicate, intricate framelit. And then, as I said, I've used our Tranquil Tide velvet ribbon to cover up the joins of where my cardstock meets. Now, you could, if you wanted to, you could actually put a whole sheet of the Blackberry Bliss underneath and put your designer series paper over the top, but I just didn't see the point in wasting all that cardstock. And then I don't know whether you can see this, but I've actually sprayed over the top of the whole layout with I've mixed our champagne mist and our and some rubbing alcohol together in a misting spritzer bottle, and I've spritzed the whole layout, so it's got this beautiful shimmer. I don't know whether you can see that in the lights, but it's got a beautiful shimmer all the way over it. So and so that was the scrapbook layout that we did today. Now, I have also, I'll take those out of the way so it clears the desk. I have also made that beautiful, that was in a live video that I did this one with the First Frost bundle. I also used the sprig punch that goes with the First Frost stamp set. And the sprig punch is awesome. I've used vellum and I've also used our gold glimmer paper. So that's another idea of making a beautiful card using the First Frost bundle. I've still used the grey granite. I feel like the grey granite really goes quite well with this bundle. Now, this was a swap. This was a team swap. This one was from Julianne Richards, and she has used the First Frost bundle. She's just used a beautiful flower. There's some nice framelits that go with this. I'll show you what the framelits look like. They will be a bit of a mess because, oh no, they're not too bad. These are the frosted bouquet framelits that go with it. Now, the frosted bouquet framelits, they've given us 2 of the small flowers, 2 of the, I think it's like a waratah type of flower. So that saves us with cutting out. So I did a fair bit of cutting out with all that scrapbook layout, and I'll show you a wonderful trick when I go to make one of these cards today, showing you how we can actually save time with our Stamparatus and cutting out some pieces. So got some beautiful framelits. It cuts out this leafy image here. It cuts out the big flower, the small flower. It also cuts out this stem of leaves here, and it cuts out that beautiful waratah. And it also cuts out some leafy bits and a beautiful, as you can see, this piece here. a beautiful piece, intricate piece of like stems and buds, I would probably call it. Hey Renee, thanks for joining. So that's a couple of ideas of what I have done with it, and I'm going to make a card now, what we made in our card class today. So I've decided to use a bit different color scheme. The color scheme that I've used a lot because of the designer series paper has been the Blackberry Bliss. So I decided that I wanted to go away from the Blackberry Bliss and get into a different color scheme. So I'm going to make one quick, really easy card, and then I'll make the more difficult card after that. So I'm just going to, with my Whisper White, I'm going to fold that in half, and that's my base. Can everybody hear me okay? I know there's a few people that were saying that they can't hear me. Can you hear me okay? Is the volume okay? I have no idea why the volume would be quieter, because I've got my phone in the same position as what it always is. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to pop that under there. I'm going to grab my soft seafoam ink pad. Okay, now in our stamp set we have two stamps which I think is fantastic, and I actually used it in that layout, and I'm going to use the same idea in my card. So I need this one here and this one here. Okay, so I'm just going to, I've folded that in half. I'm just going to randomly stamp around just to create a really nice edge border all the way around. So I find the little one is great because this one gives you more, you've got leaves and things, and the little one just fills in a bit of the blank space in between. And don't be scared to turn it around. Honestly, just stamping however you think. You don't have to have a definite pattern the way you're going to stamp. All this is doing is creating a little bit of a background behind our card, because we're going to do a lovely sentiment on the front. So like that. Okay, so that's all there is to doing that edging piece. Okay, now I'm going to grab, I haven't got it cut, and I do apologise because I am winging this a bit tonight. I need to cut a piece of white cardstock and a piece of Highland Heather. Okay, so okay, so I'm just going to cut a piece 3 inches by 4 inches. And my Highland Heather, I'm going to cut a piece 3 1/8 of an inch by 4 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. Now that's just going to create a really, really nice small border in behind. Okay, I'll pop those aside. Okay, now I'll be one tick. I've just got to go and get some markers. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up that stamp, because now I'm going to show you how to do a nice fun technique with some markers. I'll be 1 minute. Sorry about that. I thought I was all organised. Okay, so the colour of the ink pad is soft sea foam. Karen was asking what the colour of the ink pad was. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our Stampin' Right markers. I've got the soft sea foam in Stampin' Right markers, and I've got our Highland Heather. Not sure if it's just me, but the angle is a bit odd. Yep, sorry. My phone is so heavy that it keeps wanting to fall forward. Is that better? Are we better? That looks better. Better angle? Let me know, people. Honestly, I'm struggling with this new phone to try and get things to happen the right way. But I will get there. I think I need a new stand. So I'm going to take the thick end of my Stampin' Right marker. Now this is the soft sea foam. And I'm just going to colour in the leaves of my stamp. I'm also going to colour in, there's a little bit of the stem up through here. So I want to colour that in as well, just a little bit of the stem. Okay, so I've got the leaf area all covered. I'm going to bring in my Highland Heather. It improves the sound as well. Sorry, people. I didn't realise the phone's so high up above me here, I can't see what's going on. I've got another device here on my table so I can see everyone's comments, but I can't see what the phone was doing. And when Wendy said it's on a bit of a funny angle, I looked up and here was my phone. Yep, on a really strange angle. So I do apologise. But that's what happens with live videos. We go with the flow, and I am definitely winging it tonight, ladies, because I've just had a flat out day and wasn't really getting very organised. My craft room was such a huge mess that I had to try and clean it up. It is trial and error. So I've just huffed on that, and I'm just going to stamp that in the middle. You can still see Megan. That's good. Okay, so what we've got is a beautiful stamped image. Green with our soft sea foam leaves, and we've got some purple some Highland Heather in the top. Now I haven't put a sentiment on this. I'm doing this just as a blank card so that you'll be able to give it to anybody, have it for any reason, like for any occasion. I like having cards that I can just, or you can pop a sentiment on back later on. So I'm just with my Tombow going to glue that onto my Highland Heather layer. So just like so. Now I'm going to, as you can see, cute little border. No, all good, Wendy. You haven't offended me. It's all good. If you hadn't have said it, I would never have known. So there you go. So I thank people for telling me things because when you're doing a live video, sometimes you don't know that things have happened. So I'm just going to take my linen thread. Oops. Just going to take my linen thread, and I'm just going to, I don't need anywhere near that amount of sticky tape. Just going to pop a little bit of sticky tape on the back, okay, to hold that linen thread. Yes, I would want to know, Wendy. Thank you. So I'm just going to wrap this around just a couple of times. Now, as you can see, doing that with the sticky tape makes it very, very easy to do. So I'm just going to grab another piece of tape now. My sticky tape is not agreeing with me tonight. Okay, and I'm just going to pop that on there and trim it off. Hey Mandy, how you going? Thanks for joining. Okay, so we've got some beautiful linen thread. Now I'm going to take a bit of this linen thread because I want to do a double bow. Okay, so I've got enough and I've folded that in half. Okay, I'm just going to pop that underneath my thread on the front. Okay. And pull it through. Now the reason why I wanted to do the double linen thread was just to give it a bit more oomph on the front. Take it over to the side. You're on school holidays, you're loving the time off, sounds great. My girls start their holidays at the end of this week. They still have, in New South Wales, they still have one more week to go. Just this week, and then they'll be finished. And then that's when my eldest daughter will be finished her year 12. She's just got to go back for exams, and she will be done with school altogether. Okay, so I've tied a cute bow, and then I'm just going to trim those ends off. Hey Cheryl, how you going? Thanks for jumping on and joining. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut a few bits and pieces, and I'm just going to show you a bit of a trick with the Stamparatus. So I just need one of these pieces cut. So I'll bring in my big shot. Sorry, I was just trying to see that comment while I'm trying to get my platform. Your son has 6 weeks after the holidays and then no more school for you either. Wow. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in the framelit. I need the framelit that's going to cut out the leaf image. So I'm going to pop that down. I'm also going to cut out a few other things. So I've got that leaf image. Sorry, not in view there. Okay, I want to pop that on because I actually want to do another one of the framelits, which is that there. I also want, do I have some in here? No, I need to grab some green. Okay, I want to pop this one on. So I'll pop that over there. Now this is always a good way to, if you can cut lots and lots of things out all at once, it's a good idea to try and pop as many things on the platform as you can to get that all done. So it saves a little bit of time. Sorry about the rocking of the So I've cut out a beautiful little leaf image. As you can see, cute little leaf image. I've cut out our leafy image here. And I've also cut out this one. This one's super, super cute. This is so fine and delicate, but it's absolutely gorgeous. You just got to be really careful when you're getting it out of your cardstock, but look at that. Absolutely stunning. Okay, my framelits back over there so I don't lose them. Okay, so I'll get that big shot out of the way. Now, a bit of a trick with the Stamparatus. I do have lots of things lined up on my Stamparatus, but I'm sure I can bring in my Stamparatus. I'm going to, if I get time, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Okay, so bear with me. Forget about that I've got another stamp on here and that I have that on there. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, I have a template that we were using here today. Now, as you can see, the template has this white piece that we've cut out. Now, when you're doing several of these, it is really, really awesome to make yourself a template. And then you can just pop in... Sorry, I need to clean this one off with my chamois. So pop your stamp in where you've cut out that shape. Okay, so, and you'll feel it. It will pop in and it'll sit in there. You can feel it sitting in there, okay? So once you feel it that it's sitting in where you've cut it out, pop it onto your plate. Then we pop our little die cut piece in, okay, which it will sit in there nicely. No need to hold it down with magnets or anything like that because it'll quite easily just sit there. Then I'm going to ink that up with our soft seafoam, and voila, I'm going to stamp that down, and there you go. I have my piece die cut and stamped, all ready to go. So didn't have to worry about, I'll just clean that off and pop it back into my, didn't have to worry about trying to line it up with the framelit, and I actually had to cut several of those because I've done that scrapbooking class. I've done it yesterday and today, so I had quite a few ladies, and I can tell you on the scrapbook layout there was I think 9 little flowers, 6 big flowers. There was a couple of these pieces. There was about 4 of these pieces. So yeah, I had a fair bit to cut out and a fair bit to stamp. And I can tell you, if I tried to do all that stamping all at once and then tried to line the framelits up, it would have taken us hours. So a really, really quick, easy way of getting the job done. So I'm going to pop some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals on the back of this one to pop that up. Sounds like my daughter's home. Jade, I'm doing a video. Okay. So I'm just going to pop that up on dimensionals. Then I'm just going to, with my other bits, I'm just going to pop them around. So what are you thinking, ladies? This is a quick, super, super easy card. Super, super easy. And I thought it was great because I didn't actually use the flowers. I mean, the flowers are beautiful, don't get me wrong. I think it actually makes the set. But I just wanted to do something a little bit different without the flowers. And I think just this leafy image is enough on its own. It's absolutely gorgeous. How's the driving lessons going? Don't even ask, Megan. Oh my Lord. I can tell you my first daughter learning to drive was very cautious, and she listened to everything I said, and I don't know about my youngest. I think she thought that driving was going to be easier than what she thought, but the scary part is when it comes to when she panics, she actually puts her foot on the accelerator, not the brake, when she panics, which is really, really scary. Okay, so I'm just going to sit that one down in there like that. Great to see it used other ways. Yes, yes. So I was definitely wanting to show you a little bit of difference with it tonight. You got your green peas today, Matthew. Well done. Congratulations. My daughter's on her red peas. She won't get her green peas until March next year. That's my eldest daughter. But my youngest daughter just got her L's a week ago. And yes, she's a little bit scary. She's done a couple of little mishaps with going too fast to take an intersection, so we've had to go straight ahead, and tried to turn at one stage and didn't turn quick enough and ended up in the grass, but yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, it's a little bit scary, I can tell you. I was actually telling my mum and dad about it the other day, and I said the only thing that scares me is when you say slow up, she just doesn't react or she goes faster, which is really, really scary. Really scary. Yeah, that's great, Matthew, getting your green peas. And then how long do you stay on the green peas for? I can't remember how long it is. Is it 2 years you stay on your green peas? I know it's a long time. It's way longer than when we were on our peas, that was for sure. Okay, so I've just popped that on dimensionals and popped it over there to the side. So what do you think? Super, super quick, easy card. I'm actually going to do an envelope. I'm going to show you how I would decorate an envelope if I was going to pop that in an envelope. So, and I want to do an insert, but I need to cut a layer for my insert. So for my insert, I think what I want to do is a Highland Heather layer. So I'll do the Highland Heather layer. Okay, 3 3/4 by 5.5, and I'll do my Whisper White piece, 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. And that should layer up nicely on that Highland Heather piece. And it does. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, pop them aside again. So I'm just going to, in this piece here, I'm just going to take just this little piece. I need a bit of scrap paper. There it is. So I'm just stamping randomly like that, just to bring the outside to the inside. And then on my envelope, I'm going to bring in my other leafy piece. I'll grab the soft seafoam. It was actually a colour that I didn't know whether I'd like it or not. And since using it, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so that, and then on the back of my envelope, I might just do one of those little ones. Just like so. Okay, so that ties everything in. Hang on, I grab that out. We'll glue these together. This feels so different crafting at this time at night. I mean, I hold my team meetings at this time of the night time, but I don't normally do big crafting at this time of the night. So it'll be interesting to see. I've got 24 people on. Hopefully we get a few more. Please feel free to share the video on your Facebook timeline, because you never know who out of your friends may want to watch me craft. And it helps me build my business if you share my videos. And if you share my video this month, I always do a monthly giveaway. And my monthly giveaway this month, I'll bring it in, is the beautiful watercolor pencils. Now, if you love watercoloring and you missed out on our limited edition watercolor pencils, so there we go. I've just popped that on the inside, like so. And we've got a beautiful envelope to match. So what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry, Matthew. Beautiful card with a matching envelope. Now that can be a card for any time of the year. It can be for any reason. You can, if you want, like if you leave it like that, you can always pop a sentiment in the middle if it's for a birthday. So simple, simple, super, super cute card. Now this is the one, I did use some of the beautiful epoxy droplets that we have that goes in the First Frost bundle as well. So that is the card that we made in the class today, and this is the card that I've made tonight. So, hey Mary, how you going? Are you new, Mary? Hi Lisa, how you going? Yes, very versatile and very pretty. I just want to bring in another card that we did in our class today as well. The marker pens take to dry. Okay, all right. The reason why I used these ones are our Stampin' Right markers. So these ones are water-based markers. So these ones are what we use on our stamps. If we want to color our stamps and we want to change the colors, say you want a sentiment and you want a couple of words in the sentiment, one color, especially in Merry Christmas and things, sometimes people like to do Merry in red and Christmas in garden green. We use this. Oh, you're from Western Australia, Mary. Thank you for joining. Feel free to share my video. Some of your crafty friends might enjoy my live videos. I'm normally on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, so this is a late time slot for me. I'm not normally on at this time, but I will try and do a later time slot once a week. I do live videos probably anything from 2 to 3 times a week. So getting back to the markers, you're able to use these on our stamps, but you're not able to use them you're not able to use our blends on our stamps because our blends are alcohol markers. These ones, hey Bronwyn, thanks for joining. These ones are actually designed that we can color our stamps with. So that was the reason why I have used those stamps. Sorry, those markers. So as I said, this was another card that we did in our card class today. Now, what I've done with this one, I've actually used the Swirls and Curls. No, it's stopping on my tablet, but it's not stopping on my laptop, Crystal. So maybe refresh again. Sorry, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the internet and people using more internet of a night time. But still going on my laptop, still going, now it's going again on my tablet. Maybe refresh, people. Yeah, I can't do much because it's still going on my phone, so it's still working. Okay, so if you share my video, you go into the draw to win this beautiful watercolor pencils. These are our watercolor pencils that were available in our colorful seasons. And they are a limited time. You cannot buy them now. We don't know when... yeah, maybe refresh, people. Don't know when or if these will ever be available, but that is my my draw that I will be drawing at the end of this month. So there's only a few more days to get in to maybe be one of the lucky winners. Now, the way you can get entered into the draw is to share my video and type shared in the comments here on my video on my business page so that I know that you've shared it. Because sometimes, thanks for sharing, Rails, sometimes Facebook doesn't show me when people share or not. Okay, so as you can see, some beautiful projects with this lovely First Frost bundle. Now I'm going to do one other super fun thing, and if you notice I've got really inky hands. The reason I have inky hands is what I'm about to do next. So I'm not going to actually make a card, but I'm going to show you a technique with the Stamparatus that I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed doing. So I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus once again. Okay. And I'm going to bring in a template that I have. And hopefully this is all going to work. So I have a template here. Now this is what we call circular wreath stamping. And hey Judy, thanks for jumping on and joining. Okay, so I decided to use, where did I put it all? There. I decided to use the Peaceful Noel stamp set to do this. And I do apologise, I need to cut a piece of cardstock. As I said, I am winging it, and I didn't have a lot of things organised here tonight. Okay, so I need a 4" by 4" piece of Whisper White cardstock. Now, if you haven't seen this done before with our Stamparatus, it is a fantastic technique of creating a wreath with our stamps. So I decided that this Peaceful Noel had some really, really cute stamps in it that I thought would be fantastic for this style of stamping. Okay, so let me see that yes, I have them all strategically placed because I did do this beforehand. So what I've decided to do is use a combination of Tranquil Tide, Crumb Cake, and Merry Merlot to do this technique. And then I'm going to show you something really super cute with the bow. Hopefully it's going to work all right. Okay, so how you make these templates is you get a 4" by 4" square. What you do is you line it up on your grid paper with the center of your grid paper. And this is a little bit off because I actually had to make the 4" by 4" because I had the 3.5" by 3.5". Once you've got your template, you've always got your template, and it comes in very, very handy. So I'm actually going to place this template up against this edge, but I actually want to place it 2 rungs down. I'm sure that's where I had it before. So 2 lines down. Is that correct? Let me see. Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to place a magnet on my template so that my template doesn't move. I don't place a magnet on this because I'm going to be spinning it all the time. I find it easier not to have a magnet. Now the reason why I'm using Stampin' Spots, and I have made my Stampin' Spots, we can buy blank ones and you can use your re-inkers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp that down. Yes, I should have my black sponge underneath, but I find it's easier that you can actually see where you're going with the template. On the black, it's very hard to see whether your template has moved. So we do have a foam mat that goes with it, but you love this technique, Judy? Yeah, it's good fun. Just get very inky. That's the only problem. You get very inky when you're doing it. So all you do is you rotate it in the same direction all the time. So I'm going to rotate it 1. So you line it up in your template and rotate it. Okay, so you line it up with that square, ink up your stamp. And when I seen this stamp set, I was like, oh, this lends perfectly to doing this. Now this is my stamp set for my stamp club for the month. Now if you don't know about my stamp club is awesome. I have quite a few members in my stamp club now, and my stamp club for gold membership is $45 per month, and I ask for you to be a member for 3 months minimum. And what I do is I design a card class every month around one stamp set. And for your $45, you get the stamp set to keep for your very own. And you get a card kit to make 6 cards with the stamp set. And my stamp set for next month is going to be the Peaceful Noel. So if you were interested in my Stamps Club, you will see up in the top there's a link to my website. And if you look at my website and go to classes and events, you will see everything, all the details about my monthly Stamp Club. And it is, and anyone can join, doesn't matter whether you're a demonstrator. I've got a couple of demonstrators that buy off me. The only difference is if you buy off me through my Stamps Club, you pay full retail price even though you're a demonstrator, because it is a business for me. That is, Stamping Up is my full-time job. So you purchase the stamp set and you get a card kit, and I post it all out to you. And you normally get it by the first or the second week in the next month. So payments are due right now. So normally payments are due by the 20th of the month, but it's still time. If you wanted to get in and wanted to do it, you can still jump on in to my October Stamp Club. And as I said, you have a 3-month minimum. Then after that first 3 months, it's then month by month. You pick and choose when you want to participate. If you don't want to do it, you can keep it going. If you stay on for a rolling 6 months, you get a $20 gift voucher. And there's quite a few, if there's any of my Stamp Club that are on here at the moment, there's quite a few of you that are due for a $20 gift voucher. So I will be sending an email out in the near future, letting you know that you need to pick something worth $20, or you can take the $20 off your next monthly Stamp Club. Totally up to you how you want to use your $20 gift voucher. Or you can choose something for $20 and I'll order it with your stamp set, and it can come with your next, so with November's stamp set. Oh, I moved that one. I didn't mean to move that one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I'll show you how I place them because I don't need that one anymore. So now what I'm going to do, I want to place it there. I want that one to go right there like that. Okay, so I'm going to grab that onto that. You love this technique, Judy? It is fun. Okay, so now I'm going to use my crumb cake for this one. And it's just the little pine needle. So same scenario again. We're going to turn it one turn. We're going to ink up our stamp. This is awesome, Megan. I can tell you, this is why you need a Stamparatus, because a Stamparatus is an awesome tool. To be able to do this makes making beautiful Christmas wreath cards so much easier. You can do it with flowers, you can do it with hearts, and I'm going to show you something really crazy at the end. I'm going to do this one, but then I'm going to show you something, just a little bit of an idea. I don't know whether anyone remembers, years ago we used to have the Spirographs, and I can remember as a child I always wanted a Spirograph. I never got one, but I always wanted a Spirograph. I thought the beautiful, fantastic patterns that people were making with them was absolutely mind-blowing. You can get a similar look by using this technique with the Stamparatus. Who's done this circular stamping before with the wreaths with their Stamparatus? Who actually out there owns a Stamparatus? Who's watching me at the moment that owns a Stamparatus? Type in the comments whether you actually own a Stamparatus stamp positioning tool. This is a brand new tool that came out. Now you have this set on the way with the card club. Guess I need the Stamparatus. Sorry, Shelley. What can I say? Judy, you have the Stamparatus? Yes. And I can tell you Angie has a Stamparatus? Yes. Anyone else? You haven't used it yet, Judy. Judy, I know you've been busy. You've been busy doing other things. You only bought a Spirograph a couple of months ago. Really, Matthew? Well, you will be absolutely loving this technique. Annette has a Stamparatus. Sherry has one, but she hasn't used it enough. They are worth their weight in gold. Rails, you own 2. Congratulations. I actually bought 3 when we first were allowed to order them. As demonstrators, we were allowed to pre-order early. You have another brand? Yeah. Okay, not a Stamparatus, but something similar. Okay, so now there is one more stamp that I want to do, and this is going to add a little bit of colour. So I'm going to take this one away. You use yours every day, Angie? Yeah. I can tell you, in my scrapbooking class, if I didn't have the Stamparatus, oh my lord, it would have taken me so long. Now bear with me, you will see why I use the stamp spots when I start using this ink pad, because I will end up with it, all over the place. So this is Merry Merlot, and this is another stamp out of this stamp set. So I'm going to go around now with the Merry Merlot. You love your Stamparatus, Michelle? Yeah. I don't think there's anyone out there that would regret purchasing the Stamparatus. You have two as well, Deborah? You have similar. You made one, Megan, really? You hope it's okay to ask a question. Having trouble with foil sheets with the Dashing Deer Thinlet dies. Any help is appreciated. Thank you. What is the trouble that you're having with the foil sheets, Lisa? Oh, sorry, it's telling me my battery is low on that. Oh, that's because it's not plugged in. We better unplug. No, unplug this one. Sorry, my can you elaborate more, Lisa, on what your problem is? Okay, the template that I'm using, Shirley, I have made the template myself. If you decide to purchase a Stamparatus, I can help you with how to make the template. The template is, all you do is you use a square, a 4x4 inch square, or you can do a 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch square, and you just line it up with your grid paper and make the template into a star. You're using your Big Shot embossing and cutting shapes for cards and pages. Well done, Angie. So as you can see, this wreath is coming together really, really easily. And it's just that process of, you won one from your upline. I did give away one as one of my monthly free gifts. I gave away one when the Stamparatus first came out. I'm thinking Diane Turner was the winner, I think, of my Stamparatus that I gave away. It gets stuck and breaks off. Okay, one thing that I can suggest, a dryer sheet. You can get dryer sheets, Lisa, and you can pop into your, you pop it over your foil sheet, pop your framelit on top of the, so you have your cutting pad, your foil sheet, you have a dryer sheet, and then your framelit. And I can tell you your framelit will come out straight away. Your die cut will come out straight away. And the main thing is if you have the die brush, which is, I will show you mine. I have mine in a box here. If you have the die brush and the foam pad, really, really easy if you run that over it as well, before, like over the back of the framelit before you take the die cut out of the framelit, you might find that you have a bit more luck in getting it to come out of the framelit better. Just going to wipe that so that I don't end up with that everywhere. Yes, simply stunning. I'm still not finished. I have a few more things that I want to do to it first. Okay, so there is some nice little, so this was my trial one. So there's some nice little stars in here. So I want to actually mount them up because I think that will make the corners of this look really, really super, super cute. And I'm going to use my crumb cake. Yes, Angie's saying rub your die and thinlits with the dryer sheets and they come out really easy too. Exactly. The colours are beautiful together, aren't they? So I'm going to use crumb cake for this little star image. And I'm just going to line that up in my corners like that. And down here. Like that. And like that. So I'm now going to, I need to stamp a sentiment. What can we stamp? I'm going to get some Tranquil Tide. Do I have Tranquil Tide? No. Yes. Going to get some Tranquil Tide cardstock. I'm going to cut my Tranquil Tide for the base. The stamp set that I used is the Peaceful Noel rails. Okay, so 5 3/4 by 8. I'm going to make that my base. No problem, rails, anytime. Okay, so I want to pop that like that. I think I'm going to pop a little piece of crumb cake. So I'm going to do my crumb cake. 4 inches by 4.5. That will do me. 4 inches by 4.5. Do that and that. Okay. Gonna use my Merry Merlot ribbon. That. Okay, I need to stamp a sentiment. What will I do? And what am I going to do it with? This one here. What's that say? Fill the season with happiness. That sounds pretty good. I'm going to mount that up on a block. Ink that up in Merry Merlot, I think. You need to try the technique, you think, Michelle? Yeah, the colours together are absolutely stunning, and I think the Merry Merlot just really sets it off. Okay, that, and then I'm going to grab some sort of punch, maybe this one. Don't know whether anyone can tell me what punch this is. I always have a blank on it. Pretty label punch, decorative label punch. Not quite sure, but that's the one I will be using. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up. And get that nice and straight. A bit hard in the light tonight. Like so. And then I'm going to do gold glimmer paper. Yeah, the crumb cake just makes it have a bit more colour, doesn't it? One of those. I think this is starting to look pretty nice. Considering I'm just winging it. Okay. Scissors. Everyday label punch. Thank you, Angie. For the life of me, every time I get it out, I've started labeling my punches, which has really helped. And I'm so glad that I've started to do that. But that's just one that I've had it out a few times, and I keep thinking to myself, I still haven't labeled that punch yet. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to use some glue dots on the back here. There they are. So just a couple of glue dots to hold that glimmer paper on. Hey Leanne, how you going? I just showed your Christmas card swap, Leanne. I'm so glad that you sent me that card swap. It was simply gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. You'll have to go back and watch the beginning. Oh, well done, Debbie. Congratulations. You will not regret joining. Whereabouts are you from, Debbie? You will not regret joining. I can tell you it was the best decision I ever made. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that one on there too. So that's just giving us a little bit of pop behind our sentiment. Okay, so we need some dimensionals for that. And once again, lost the dimensionals. There they are. Okay, so I'm going to layer this one up too with my glue while I'm going. Nichols in Canberra. Okay, congratulations. Yeah, you will absolutely love being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've only been with Stampin' Up! For 2 years, and I just love crafting. As you can tell, I sit here and I craft and I have a lovely time. Deborah's saying that she's labeling her punches as well. Yes, I have a couple of them labeled and it's really good. Okay, so back to Debbie. I joined 2 years ago, and this year, I don't know whether you know, Debbie, you can earn an incentive trip with Stampin' Up! And this year I earned the trip to Greece, the incentive trip to Greece. And I've only been with Stampin' Up! For 2 years. I have worked hard though. I work hard with my Stampin' Up! Business. But yeah, only took me 2 years and I earned the incentive trip. So I'm going to pop that up on the front as well. So I'm getting an all expenses paid trip to the Greek Isles for my husband and I. And Daryl and I have never been overseas, so it is a fantastic company to work for. And as I said, I just love sharing my crafting. So, yeah, you'll have a great time. Hi, Diane. Thanks for joining. Hey, Sherry. How you going? So, this is a beautiful set, this Peaceful Noel. As I said, it is my Stamps Club set for next month. I also have, now, for anyone that's out there watching and they were thinking about collecting the blends, I have a blends club that I run. Now, for the blends, when the blends first initially came out, there was 6 months that you could get 4 blends per month at the cost of $50 plus $8.50 postage. And I used to throw in lots and lots of extras and things. And then Stampin' Up! Have now bought out more blends. So now my people that are in my blends club have had to rejoin for another 6 months to get all the new blends, but that's fun, and I can tell you the blends are awesome. So if you wanted to, the free trip to Greece sounds great. Yes, it's a lot of hard work, but I can tell you, well worth it. And I can tell you, I'm sure my husband and I will have a lovely time when we're cruising around on a massive cruise ship around the Greek Isles, and all expenses paid. Thank you, Stamping Up. So what company gives you wonderful trips like that? Now, I've just trimmed that off a little bit because it was just over the edge of my cardstock a little bit. Hey, Jennifer, how you going? No worries. Okay, so I think I want some of this beautiful Merry Merlot ribbon underneath, but I also think, who thinks it needs something a little bit more than just that ribbon? Who knows what I'm thinking of? Have a guess what you think I might use behind that as well. I'm going to use my copper thread. Yes, I'm going to use copper thread. I just think it just needs a little bit of oomph behind it. So wrapping that around my fingers a few times and trim it off. Now I'm going to put a Stampin' Up dimensional right smack bang in the middle of that sentiment so I can stick. I will love grease, Doreen. I hope so. I'm sure it won't be hard. Yeah, Shirley, I was going to use a gold one, but I thought I might use copper just for a bit more oomph, a bit more colour, a bit more oomph. Okay, so I've got that in that where it was wrapped around my fingers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist it like a figure eight and stick that figure eight down into that dimensional. And then play around with it. Spread it out and play around with it like so. And then I'm going to stick some more dimensionals on the back of that sentiment. Lisa says she loves the stamp set. Beautiful stamp set, Lisa. And there's so much more that I could do with it. Like there's so many more beautiful shaded bits and things too, which would make it absolutely gorgeous as well. So yes, I thought it was a perfect stamp set for my Stamps Club because there is so many possibilities with this set. I love the watercolor look that they're giving us. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And I want to pop that ribbon across there. So now the only thing I can say with this ribbon, it does fray a little bit, so it would be handy if you wanted to maybe with a cigarette lighter or a bit of a flame and just melt the end of your ribbon to make sure that, or a little bit of clear fingernail polish. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Now I want some tear and tape. I'm just going to pop a bit of tear and tape in the middle there to hold my ribbon. And pull off the backing of my tear and tape. Now, I'm going to do, this ribbon has two different sides to it. It has a copper shimmery side and it also has a Merry Merlot side. I'm actually going to use the copper shimmer side because I'm going to use my copper thread, so I want that copper to come out through. So just going to pop that down. Take off the backings of my dimensionals. No worries, Rita. Thanks for joining. Okay, so pop off all the backings off those dimensionals and pop that on. And yes, that thread definitely gives that bit of oomph behind. I'll hold that up so you can see, but gives it that bit of interest in behind. You're so jealous of how easy I make placing the thread. You're still walking it. All I do is wrap it around my fingers, Deborah, several times, grab hold of it. grab hold of it with one hand. It's all together in one hand, and just twist it like a bow and plonk it down. So the main thing is just have one dimensional with the backing off that you can stick it into, and yeah, no problem whatsoever. So I'm just going to stamp. I need a piece for the inside so I can stamp. So I'm going to cut another layer for the inside, just so I can stamp a bit of a sentiment and finish off the inside. And I might finish it with an envelope as well. I'm really excelling myself tonight with the envelopes. Okay, I'll just get a piece of Whisper White. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this at 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. I'm going to cut a piece of crumb cake. Hopefully this bit's going to do it. Yes, it will. 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so if you miss those measurements, I'll just go through that again. So it's just going to give me a really nice crumb cake layer on the back there. So I've cut this one at 5 1/2 by 3 3/4, and this one is then cut at 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. Okay, so it's just an 1/8 of an inch smaller to give you just that minute little backing layer. Okay. Any suggestions would be welcome, ladies. No worries, everyone's heading to dinner. I thought that's what might happen at this time. I'm nearly finished. I won't be long, and I will have everything all done. Okay, so I'm just going to that one. Okay. This one. And that one. So now I'm not going to use the Stamparatus, I'm just going to use my blocks just to freehand this in the corner. So I'll just use my little Stampin spot for that one. So I'm just going to stamp a few of the little prongs, and in Merry Merlot I'm going to stamp that one up there. And I'm going to do the same thing up in this top corner. Oops! Okay, we're going to do Merry Merlot ones. I'm going to do it the opposite way. Did everyone see what I did then? Oops-a-daisy. Okay. You just finished cooking dinner? Oh yeah, the night hours. How exciting. I've got all of that ahead of me. Well, my L-plater driver is actually at work at the moment, so she's a bit busy. So no driving lessons. Thanks for sharing, Tiffany. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on the inside of my card, and then I'm going to stamp my envelope. Yeah, Deborah, I don't know. Maybe you could wrap it around something else. I know. I have an idea. remember the old afro combs that we used to have when people had their hair permed, the old wide afro combs? You could maybe wrap it around an afro comb so that you don't actually have to hold it with your hand if you wrap it around, or even wrap it around an ink pad. What about this? Pop an ink pad in something and wrap it around an ink pad, like so. And then slide it off the ink pad. What do you think? I don't know. That's a suggestion. One of my suggestions. I would try it. Give it a go. Okay, so we're just going to bring in the envelope now and finish off the envelope. I need to clean that stamp that I did the wrong colour on for a start, so I get the right colour. That's so funny, stamping it in the wrong colour. Okay, so I'm just going to, well, we've got some lovely Merry Merlot. It still looks nice. We've just got some Merry Merlot pine needles instead of crumb cake ones. But that's okay. We just go with the flow. And then I'm going to turn it over. And remember the crumb cake. Oh, that one didn't stamp real well. That's a bit better. And Merry Merlot. Oh, I didn't use a crumb cake piece either, Shirley. See, you can tell it's nighttime. You can tell it's nighttime. Can I get it off? Can I get it off? Will I wreck it? No, I can't get it off. I will wreck it. So it's just going to have to go without the crumb cake piece. But that's okay. Yeah, try it, Deborah. You may as well give it a go. You never know. Okay, so I'm just going to bring back in what I've showed you tonight. Oh, there's one more thing. Woo. No one go anywhere. No one go anywhere. I had one more thing I was going to show you with the Stamparatus. Yes. Does everyone want one more little thing? This one's not going to be a card, but it's going to be something else showing you what you can do with that Stamparatus. One more thing? Let me know. Type in the comments whether you want one more thing to be shown. It's whether everyone's got time or not. Angie's saying yes, please. Have you had your dinner, Angie? I have. I had my dinner really, really early tonight. I finished my scrapbooking and card making class at about 4:30. So I decided I would have my dinner at 4:30 so that I was done and dusted. So I'm fed and ready to go. Yes, please. Everyone's saying yes, please. Why not? Yes, please. Sound good? Okay. This one is fun. Now, I need to get this right. There. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, as you can see, if I stuck that up there, I just want to show you. If I stuck that up there, and I'm not going to stamp it down, but if I stuck that up there, okay, when I rotate, I'll show you what's going to happen. When I rotate, can you see what's going to happen? That's going to go up above where that piece of cardstock is. So we don't want that to happen. So what you need to do is always work out where you're going to place that first stamp so that you don't end up going over the edge of your cardstock, okay? So what I've got to do is, because I've got, instead of the poking up piece, I've got to work out where I want that. And this is the bow out of, sorry, I didn't even tell you the stamp set. And what did I do with the stamp set? Here it is here. This is a simply beautiful stamp set. I overlooked this stamp set in the catalogue, and I can tell you I have simply fallen in love with it. This bow is to die for. Now, so as I said, you've got to make sure that it's not going to jut out over the edge of your cardstock, okay? Now this is going to overlap. Lots and lots of colours are going to overlap, so bear with me, and you will see the effect in the end, and you will see the reasoning behind it in the end. Now I had another ink spot, but where did I put that? Oh, I did have another ink spot. There it is there. Okay, so I'm going to use 3 different colours. I'm going to use Rich Raspberry, I'm going to use Crumb Cake, and I'm also going to use Night of Navy to do this. So I'm going to ink up in Crumb Cake first. Okay, so I've got that positioned really well that it's not going to go over the edge, okay? Now this is what reminded me of the Spirograph when you see this. Knackabilly is an accidental purchase. Who's saying they're going to do a Knackabilly? Oh, Michelle. Yes, this stamp looks gorgeous with Wink of Stella on it. Now, because I'm using 3 different colours here, I'm going to have to clean off. Every time I stamp, I'm going to have to clean off, but that is okay. I'm going to rotate my piece of cardstock, and I've got lots of ink on my hands here. You get very inky doing this. Rich Raspberry is this one, but this bow is to die for. Okay, I'm going to rotate again, clean my stamp, okay, Night of Navy is next. Yeah, Michelle's got it. Accidental purchase. So true. I'm sure we could all easily accidental purchase lots and lots of things, but why not? Because our awesome products are simply to die for. Okay. This is how I get a bit inky, but it's okay. Alright, so we're going back to the Crumb Cake again. You do it regularly, Shirley? An impulsive purchase, just like you jumped, it just jumped into your cart. It just accidentally happens, doesn't it, Deborah? So true. Okay, we're rotating once again. Clean off my stamp. I so need to clean my chamois. Need to rinse it under the water. Our Stamping Up chamois people are awesome. You just need to go and rinse it under the tap. Okay, Rich Raspberry. Who's loving these bows? Yeah, Tiffany, you do need a Stamparatus. They're $85 to buy, and they are well worth the money. You can purchase them through my online store. Well worth the money. You only need to click the Shop Now tab and search for Stamparatus, and I can tell you it will come up, and it is well worth the money. Because there's no other way. You need to have your stamp in one spot and stamping in one spot, and be able to repeat stamping. Hey, Jewel, thanks for, yeah, very difficult, yes, without one. Did I not clean that stamp? I don't think I did, because that's a little bit different for Rich Raspberry. Did anyone see? Did I forget to clean my stamp? But that's okay. I'm just showing you the technique, so Okay, so now crumb cake again. You don't know how I'd be without it now? Exactly, Angie. Oops, turn it around. Nearly made the mistake. I hadn't turned it around. But how cute is this looking? The ink spots are best for this, Shirley, for the simple fact that they're less clumsy. Like the big ink pads, you end up with ink everywhere, all over the place. And that's the issue that you have. Where with the stamp spots, that doesn't happen. I end up with ink all over my fingers, but I didn't turn the card. Thank you. See, it's getting late at night. Thanks, Annette. I was going to say, did I do the right colour? Oh, yeah, I did. And Night of Navy is going to finish it off. Need to clean it. And I need to turn my card. But how cute is this row of bows? I'm never going to be able to clean my hands. Look at my hands. But you know what? It's not stamping if we don't get inky. Yes, Marion, you love the ink spots? Yes. Oh, Shirley. Look at that. How super, super cute is that? What an awesome pattern. It's just something really, really different. I did do, let me see. I did do another one that was really super cute. Where did I put it? Here you go. This was another one, just a different angle of the bow and a smaller one. So this is the one that actually really reminded me of the Spirograph, but super, super cute technique. Great for a background pattern. Can you imagine even just popping a happy birthday over the top, like a lovely sentiment over the top of that on a beautiful base of rich raspberry? So super, super great technique, and I can tell you there is so many things that we can do with this Stamparatus. It's limitless, absolutely limitless. So I'm just going to bring back in all of the things that I showed you today, so you can run back through. This was our beautiful Peaceful Noel card with a lovely envelope. And then these were the cards that I actually did in my stamp class today, and we made one of these tonight with the matching envelope. So we've got a couple of those cards with a matching envelope. We have, this was another card that I actually did through my card class. This was the beautiful card with the first frost from Julianne Richards, my one of my team members. This one here was the beautiful first frost card that I did in a live video not long ago. So I just spread them out a little bit. And then to show you, so if you can see all those in there, and then I'll just bring back in my scrapbook layout using the first frost bundle as well. So, sorry, that one goes that way and that one goes that way. So like that. Okay, it's a little bit hard to see that in full camera view, but beautiful shimmer, the lovely champagne mist you can see there on that Blackberry Bliss. Simply stunning. So, as I said, the product of the week is the First Frost bundle. So, if you don't have the First Frost bundle, comes with the beautiful framelets, which are over there, all in a mess. Comes with the beautiful framelets. It is a simply stunning suite. So, please jump on to my online store if you haven't purchased any of these items and have a look-see. All you need to do is do the Shop Now tab. So just flip you back around and have a quick chat. Okay, I need to turn those lights out because they're a nightmare. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed the live video tonight. I had a great time crafting with you, and I had an awesome amount of, I think 33, maybe 34 people on watching me there at one stage, which is fantastic. And there goes my phone. I told you I need a new holder. I think I need a new video holder. Archon stand maybe is what I need. So thank you for sharing my video. As I said, if you share my video, you go into the draw to win a set of these beautiful watercolor pencils that were a limited edition. You cannot purchase these at the moment. If you are interested in joining my team, I would love to have you as part of my team. We have an awesome sign up special. Now, all you need to do to be part of my Wild Heart Crafters team is purchase the starter kit. The starter kit, you choose $235 worth of products of your own choice, and you only pay $169, and then you get 20% discount. Whenever you stay current, you get 20% discount from that time on while you stay current. I would love to have you part of my Wild Heart Crafters team, and as part of my team, you get to be part of a team page where we interact and we have a great time. Don't forget, if you haven't gone over to my Australian card making and scrapbooking group and you want to be part of my next card swap, I will be posting the next card swap details within the next week so that we can get organized. The card swaps run as long as you've got them posted out by the 20th of the month, and you can participate with as many card swaps as you like. You're off for a walk to walk the dog, Michelle. Well done. Congratulations. I went to the gym this morning, so I've done my exercise for the day. So now there is a host code for September, and it's on my homepage. You will see the host code there. If you want to do any orders under $250, please pop in the host code. That allows me to get these free products to be able to give away to you in the monthly draws. If you are going to order over $250, please don't use the host code. You can get the Stampin' rewards yourself. I would love your purchase. I would love your business. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in your area and you would love a catalogue sent out, please message me and send me your address. I'd be happy to send you one in the post. So thank you all for watching tonight. I hope you have a lovely night. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be popping on live again later towards the end of this week, probably an early morning one maybe. So until next time, have a lovely time crafting. Bye for now.